Y'all, this is like my 5th time recording in this video, so we're really dedicated to this grind right now. I know y'all see the title, so I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. If you guys wanna make beats that sound like this, or like this, then I got you. I have the Nobu Woods formula. I know how to replicate his sound over and over and over again, and by the end of this video, you guys will be able to, with ease, you guys won't even have to think about it anymore because it will just be like that. And make sure you guys stick around to the end because I'm going to be giving away some of the sounds that I used in today's video completely for free. Let's jump right in. Here is the project file, and you're going to see that there's a formula to it, and the formula is kind of just like melody stacking, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you can stack melodies on top of each other without them clashing. So first things first, we have chords. The chords honestly are stupid simple. Like, I guarantee you if you go into FL and you can't make a Nobu Woods type beat right now is because you're just overthinking it. The main tip that I would give you guys if you guys are trying to make chords like Nobu Woods is keep as many of the notes the same as you can while still having the chords sound progressive. So if you notice here, I literally have this F sharp and this C playing the entire way across all of the chords. This plays the entire time, so this kind of gives each chord a sense of familiarity, and then most of the time this A is playing except for right here when I change it up. And it still sounds like a cohesive chord progression, like it still gives that descending feel. But I'm keeping most of the notes the same. So when you guys get one chord that you really like, I usually pick a scale and just start with the one chord, and it's usually a minor chord. So for this one, I chose F sharp minor. I just started with the one chord, which is the F sharp minor, and I copied it over all the way across, and then I just kind of changed some of the notes on the inside and just messed around with it until it gave me the feel that I like. Keeping notes close together is also a strategy that he uses a bunch, and it's how his music sounds dark and it sounds sexy, is because he uses tension and release. It's the same way that The Weeknd sounds the way that he does, is because he has this tension note, and then that just sounds so relieving to go back to that one chord. So don't be afraid to put notes right next to each other. I think that placing notes right next to each other creates a totally different vibe that people don't tap into. And then I copied this sound, from Dune Exodus Calling preset. This is a stock preset, and this is a plugin that Nobu actually uses himself. I found this out by looking at his YouTube. I'll go ahead and insert the YouTube short right here.
My name is Nobu Woods, and this is how I made 20 nights.
And as you can see in that video, he's using this exact preset to make 20 Nights, Nostalgia Pad. That is what the bass preset sounds like. And me and my boy Ami, we dug deep to find this preset, and we finally found the exact preset from 20 Nights. And if you guys want to get it, this exact preset is gonna be included as a one-shot in today's video kit. So if you guys want to get the exact preset from 20 Nights, that'll be included in the free kit as well. And then next, I just layered it a bunch. I think I have 3 instances of Dune. I thought this just sounded hard as fuck, like a little pad melody in the back, or a little pad texture. And I just added some chorus, delay, kickstart, and spreader to it. This makes it really, really wide. If you listen to songs like Answer off Chimera, then you guys will hear that he uses this same trick where he does like these reverse chords or these chord textures in the background.
You're light in the main shit, I can't explain the way you cascade down that pole.
I'll go into the processing of everything in a little bit. Next we have this thing. It's another Doom preset. I thought it just kind of sounded really cool. This is also from, I think, the ambient, the same bank that has the 20 Nights preset, and just the same chords. And then I moved on to the bass. just a very, very deep, thick sub bass. This is kind of what he uses on a lot of his songs. He uses this, like the same type of bass on songs like Way Back When.
Been some time, don't recognize you. Spend some time.
This is from Savant's 3 AM Kit Ambient. Next up, we have this little like synth. So that's that. Really, really simple, really, really straightforward. I'm kind of just climbing up the scale. If you listen to any Nobu Wood song and really listen to the melodies, straight up, he does this same technique on like all of his songs, where he'll either do a completely like descending, where he just goes down all the notes in the scale, or he'll do a complete ascending melody, where it's literally just him going up the notes in the scale. So when I'm saying like you guys are literally just overthinking these beats, you are. With the synth texture. Sky keys, or to make it sound more fancy, it's just here to add ambiance, you know? And it's just following these notes right here. It's just following the notes in the chords. And then for the main melody of this entire loop, so I took inspiration from Reacquainted by Nobu Woods to make this melody, and it also, I think, I'm like 99% sure that that song also took inspiration from No Role Models by J. Cole.
I know you need closer, closer. I'll give you this closure, closure.
We'll go into the processing. So the secret to Nobu Woods' sound is delay. Just throw like a bunch of delay. Like everything here I think has delay on it, and the kilohertz delay, and that just makes it bounce back and forth between the ears. I find out later after I made this melody that the real sauce is actually to use a dual delay instead, which is just the same as a normal delay, but you can control when the delay part, like the feedback, hits in each of your ears. And this is the real sauce. Honestly, if you guys take anything away from this, is to get a dual delay plugin. This one's from Kilohertz. This one's free. And set it to a 1/4 ratio. The crosstalk probably down, and then the mix kind of like 50%. That is the real sauce right there, because it just gives it more of like a stereo feel. And we're just gonna go real quick over what the drums are like. Alright, so these are very, very simple, and you don't need a lot of elements at all to make these. So this is it. It's just 5 elements. And so we're going to go ahead and start with the hi-hats, because I think that's the most important part and that a lot of people get wrong. So this is actually a little secret that my boy Tetris told me about. You go into your hi-hat, go into this little wrench knob, and down here in the echo and delay, you have a built-in pre-computed delay effect that you can throw on. So of course I threw it on ping pong, give it that panning feel. I mess with the pitch, so that way each of the notes of the delay actually descend in pitch. And then here, if I play it, you can hear they're going down. That's what that sounds like if I were to play it as a one shot. And then when you throw it in with these rolls, it sounds like I have this crazy hi-hat pattern going on, but I really just have a 4-step with some simple rolls in there. This is how he does his hi-hats. He has his main hi-hat pattern that goes on, and then these rolls are usually quiet, and they kind of are panned and like float around in your headphones. Again, I took a lot of inspiration from Reacquainted for this drum pattern, so I added a tom and a kick, and I just kind of tried to emulate a simple like reggaeton feeling pattern. Alright, so next up, the next loop I'm going to be showing you guys sounds like this. So we're just gonna go down the line here to start off with the chords. Again, bro, like if I show you guys what these chords actually are, you're gonna think I have no musical talent at all. It is stupid. It's really stupid how simple these are. It is literally just a 1/5 chord progression. So if you don't know how to do that, I'll make it for you right now because it's so easy. So I started off in F minor. So we're gonna start with our F chord right here, and we're gonna go up. We're gonna go up 3, so that way there's 2 spaces in between. We're gonna go up 4, so that way there's 3 spaces in between. This is an F minor chord structure. We take it, highlight, Command B or Control B if you're on Windows, and then Shift down arrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, you highlight the top 2 notes, Command down arrow to shift them down an octave. And what do we have here? What do we have here? The same exact chord progression that I have right here. So that took me like 2 seconds, and all it is, it's a 1/5 chord progression like this, like I just showed you, inverted. And then I added this right here because I wanted a little bit of melody. Because I have the C right here, G is the 5th down and F is the 5th up. Like, how could that even sound bad? Like, in what universe does that sound bad? And then over here I get super advanced and technical, and I take that C, remember our root note for the scale, and I bring it down an octave, so it's the same note, and that's always gonna sound good because it's literally the scale that we're in. So if you guys see what I'm doing here, bro, like, y'all are overthinking this shit so much. And I took inspiration from Spine for this one with the sound selection.
Listen to the party like a match side. Listen to the party like a match side.
This is from Mini Freak and the Constellation preset. I don't know why I don't have this hearted. This shit is this is ethereal. I love this preset. And then I think we just added this little like synth lead right here. This is from Dune as well. Gated stuff. This is from that's from the same bank as the 29th pad. I found this Sky Keys patch that's absolutely crazy. This patch in Sky Keys, super duo, and it kind of reminded me of Solo by Future. I think this is the default patch in Sky Keys. I just made this little ARP with it. It's a C to C, so an octave, and then I add in the F and the G and the G sharp, which F and G are, if you guys remember, just fifths from C up and down from C. So in all honesty, this melody shouldn't fail because it just sounds good in the key. And then I just copied it over. And then I got this West Coast lead. I think I got this off of Splice. It's just a one shot, and I wanted it to like bend. All right, now let's get into the drums for this one. They're gonna sound like this. So the main bounce in all of Nobu's tracks just comes from the kick and the snare. And majority of his beats are literally just three elements. It's a hi-hat, a kick, and a snare. Every once in a while, he'll use like an open hat. So he does this a lot. He uses he'll do a lot of kicks in a row. Like 3 to 4 kicks in a row. And also doing like kick rules and stuff. And his bounces are actually very, very interesting if you ever pay attention to them. This is a typical trap bounce, right? Right? That's like the very, very common bounce with everything. What he'll do is something like that. Like his kicks hit like the literal beat before the snare hits. It's so weird. Like he does this on Answer. He does this on You. If you listen to You, he does this all over the album. I spend a lot of time on my hi-hats for Nobu Woods. I'm not gonna lie. These are panned all over the place. So a lot of panning, and then also if you pay attention to the velocities here, where you keep the hi-hat, like the rolls very, very quiet. So you see the velocities are kind of like, they're just kind of wild, but we have a lot of like increasing rolls. So like this one right here where it starts quiet and gets louder, and then we have stuff like this where it starts loud and gets quieter. Anyways, I know this is a lot of fast-paced Nobu Woods beats. If you guys want to know how he does slower stuff like The Tide, 20 Nights, To Involve, stuff like that, I can go ahead and do that as well. Just make sure you drop that down in the comments so I know that you guys want to see that. If you guys missed it, one of the links in the description is going to be for today's video kit. So if you guys want the sounds that are in today's video, click that. Go download them. They're free. Why would you not? They're going to give you a quick starter, a quick feel of what it's like to make Nobu Woods type beats. So anyways, y'all, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Noah. Have a good one. Peace out.